My name is Devonta Triplet, and welcome to another season of Power Your Story, a podcast from Ray Grand Training Center High School in Chicago. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy our podcast.
Hey, it's Andrea Klunder, founder and producer at the Creative Impostor Studios and program facilitator and mentor for Power Your Story podcast. Season 6 was a special season for this show, not just because we submitted for the NPR Student Challenge. You can hear our piece for that contest a couple episodes back, but because we also had the most incredible opportunity with Google Podcasts and PRX, Public Radio Exchange. That season, we submitted for a spot in the Google Podcasts Creator Program. Think of it like a launchpad for podcasts, created by and featuring underrepresented voices and stories from around the world. If you win, you get money, mentorship, connections, and more to make the show of your dreams. Truthfully, I had submitted Power Your Story the year before and got a general thanks but no thanks email, but they did encourage us to try again next time. So this year, 2019 that is, we did things a little differently. We had a more focused concept, a more realistic budget, our student producers had more experience, and most importantly, we added senior producer Aaliyah Rich to our official team alongside Mr. Edwin Ruiz and me. We included her ideas, her voice, and her vision for where we could take the show if we had more funding and support. And drumroll please, the selection committee at Google Podcasts and PRX loved it. We got to the finals. That means that out of thousands of submissions that they received, we were one of the top 24 teams to be invited to have a 15-minute interview with people from PRX. From there, they would select 6 winners to participate in the program. Thousands of submissions, 24 finalists, 6 winners. We had a pretty good chance. Aaliyah, Edwin, and I reserved a conference room downtown Chicago in the Harold Washington Library and met with 2 folks from PRX via video chat. I don't know about Aaliyah and Edwin, but I was nervous. We were their very last interview out of 24, and I thought we nailed it. A couple of weeks later, we received an email from Google Podcasts and PRX that we were not selected. We haven't applied to the program since, and Power Your Story continues to grow and produce new episodes with new student producers with the ongoing support of the incredible After School Matters. Still, a $40,000 budget to produce our show would have been pretty sweet. Anyway, at the time when we applied, our audio sample had to be just 2 minutes long. We only had 2 minutes to impress the judges. So we compiled some of our best content from the NPR Challenge and 2 of our interviews this season, featuring therapist and podcaster Sarah Bueno from Conversations with a Wounded Healer and journalist and gamer Janae Bennett from Black Girl Gamers. So here's that very audio clip that got us to the top 24. As Aaliyah said when I broke the news via text that we didn't get in, we did our best, and there is always going to be another opportunity. Just let me know if you find something.
I was reading online about Reiki energy.
Yeah, Reiki. Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you describe that? I never heard of it.
Reiki is a really old Japanese technique to realign the energy system so that people can be happier and healthier. The number one book that I love about the chakras and psychology is a really thick book.
I'm like reading thick books like Wonder Woman psychology, Batman psychology, and Daredevil psychology.
Who even knew that was a thing?
Yeah, I'm pretty much considered like a deep thinker.
My disability is cerebral palsy. When I was little, I would go into restaurants with my walker and people would just stare at me. I'm like, why are they staring at me? It's like I'm an alien from a different world.
My disability is autism, ADHD, anxiety, and depression. I'm kind of a loner because I find it difficult communicating what I need, and when I make a mistake, I feel just terribly because I feel like I'm inconveniencing them and wasting their time.
You express yourself in a different way that they can't understand because they're not in your shoes.
What are methods to deal with stress?
Think of things that you like to do. Like somebody mentioned video games. You like video games.
Black Girl Gamers is important because it gives visibility to say there are a lot of Black women who play video games, but yet we don't see ourselves in video games, and it's unacceptable.
What do your parents think about gaming? Did they support you when you started?
Absolutely not.
I'm a gamer as well. I play more female characters, not so much male characters.
I've always been a fan like a lot of female video game characters, whether it's like Samus or Lara Croft. What kind of quality you like to see in more female characters?
If we're being honest, I would like them to wear a lot more clothes.
Yeah, I agree that they need to be more clothed.
Your Story podcast is produced by students at the Red Ground Training Center High School in Chicago,
with the production support from Actors School Manners and the Creative Impostor Studios.
Follow Your Story. Use Facebook, Instagram.
Subscribe to also for free on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pandora, and follow us on Spotify.
Our website is poweryourstorypodcast.com.
Thank you for listening.
And have a great day.